Hey guys, in this quick video I just wanted to talk about the importance of playing with your dogs. Now, you may or may not know, but the act of playing with your dogs, engaging with play with your dogs, releases serotonin and dopamine, which are pleasure chemicals in your dog's brain, and in ours as well. But these chemicals basically give you that sense, that feeling of well-being. Now, I've mentioned before in this video series about how I like to try and build, the companionship with my dog. For me, it's not a leader and subordinate kind of relationship. It's more of a partnership, a collaboration, a communicative, cooperative, relationship between me and my partner dog. So what I'm doing here is I'm just sitting down. It's a nice hot day outside, so I'm just sitting inside in the aircon, just chilling with Blue. And he's having a good old chew at the moment on a cow hoof. Now, it doesn't matter whether he's chewing on the cow hoof or the deer antler or any of his other favourite chew things, but what I'm doing is he's obviously, the act of chewing, he's actually releasing dopamine and serotonin anyway. It's making him feel good to do that. And I'm basically just associating myself in that, so I'm contributing to that by giving him pats and strokes and that kind of thing, and just basically being involved in that whole kind of chemical play with him, because I want him to associate me with that whole feeling of well-being and happiness and all of that neuroscience good stuff. Okay, so it's also a really interesting way or useful way of making sure that your dog doesn't get into the habit of resource guarding as well. Now, it's always something to be watchful for. Make sure your dog is happy for you to take away resources from it. Make sure that it doesn't get aggressive or dominant or anything like that when you try to do that. This is a gentle way of just reinforcing that, so I'm not taking that away from him because that seems a little bit mean. A little bit of a frustrating game. I take his thing away, give it back to him. A lot of dog trainers, they want to get you to teach the dogs to believe that everything good comes through you and the dog needs to behave, and then you will reward it, and everything good in that dog's life comes via you. And that's all well and good, but I don't really subscribe to that. I want my dogs to feel good. Simple as that. So I'm not going to be going around mucking around, taking stuff away from him, giving it back to him. But what I will do is sit here next to him, and basically I'll be touching the item, touching his paws, touching his face, putting my fingers in his mouth, while he's doing all of that kind of stuff already. So he basically learns that he doesn't need to protect his resource against me, And it also gets in the habit, if I do need to take it away, he's much more likely to be happy with me doing so, if I need to. And obviously things that he's not allowed to have, there's just still resources. He can have things that are dangerous to him, plastic bags, things like that. He's only a pup, he'll go around picking stuff up. Obviously I've got to be able to take away that stuff to him. That's still a resource, you're still practicing, when you're protecting your dog, from things like that. Okay, so resources are not just the existential things we think about, such as food and toys and so on. Basically anything your dog wants in that moment is a resource it values. Sometimes you need to take that away, and if your dog allows you to do that, comfortably, you build them up to that process, then that's a good thing, because then you can allow them time with the things they are allowed to have, but obviously happily take away the things they're not. Okay? Not much else to report in terms of Blue. We took him for a bit of a swim, a visit to the beach the other day, so he was getting into the water quite cheerfully, had a bit of a paddle around, bit of a swim, which is the first time he's done that. He's playing with the waves, had a good old dig in the sand, which was great. He had a great time there. And really we're just increasing that socialisation. Now he's had his final boosters, his final vaccinations. He's now out and about in the world as much as we can. Not obviously engaging too much. We want a quietly confident dog. So, if people want to say hello to him, that's fine. We let them do it calmly. If somebody wants to allow their dogs to say hello to him, if that dog is calm and in demeanour, then we might let them have a quick 2-second meet and greet, but only while both dogs are completely calm. It's kind of an ambivalent, hey, how are you, kind of interaction rather than a manic play. That's what we're trying to avoid. So any dog that I think might amp him up or might amp up themselves, then I politely and sometimes impolitely say to the people, no thank you, my dog's in training, or I don't want my dog to learn to to play excitedly and uncontrollably and without impulse control with other dogs. Okay? Until the next video, take care. See ya.